Hey guys, should you ditch your Facebook group? Here's the truth. We're about to get started right now. We're going to reveal the details to you. But first of all, my name is Rich Guzman.
And my name is Ace Guzman.
And she needs to pull in a little bit closer.
I need to pull a little closer.
Come on, a little closer there. No,
and welcome to Ace and
don't
Rich
be
Live.
And welcome to Ace and Rich Live, guys. We are asking you the important question today. Should you ditch your Facebook group? Here's the truth. So we're going to talk about that. And we also got a lot of questions to get to as well.
I'm sure we do.
So people are hopping on right now on the live. And we're going to go over to the comment section and see who is on.
Yep.
People are hopping on now.
So let us know what your name is, where you're watching us live from. And if you're watching us on YouTube, be sure to click the likes button and click the notification bell so you can actually be subscribed to our channel and follow our feed. So when we go live, you won't miss that notification letting you know when Ace and Rich is live. So we have Albie here. Hello, Albie. He says, hey, Ace and Rich. Hello. Good to see you. Thank you for joining us on the live. Who else do we have? Awesome. Okay, guys. And if you're watching us live also inside our Facebook groups, we are with the Internet Marketing Pros. That's our awesome Facebook group. And we provide lots of great value in there as well. If you guys have questions, just be sure to expand the full video so you can actually participate and we can see your name and your questions and your comments.
Yes, I see names.
Arnetta. Hello,
Yeah.
Arnetta Webb. How are you?
How
Good
you
to see you. All right. She says, good evening. Yes, good evening indeed. All right. Awesome. So let's talk about this for a moment. You know, Facebook groups.
Yes, Facebook groups. You know, I'll start off by saying in 2008, one of the first things I did was create my Facebook group for my business. Okay. And, you know, I've gotten a lot of mixed messages over the years, like, you know, hey, you should get rid of your Facebook group. It's a waste of time. You know, and for me, I've seen the difference in our business having a Facebook group versus having no Facebook group. Now, the question is, should you ditch your Facebook group? Well, that all depends on your Facebook group, because a lot of people, what they do is they go to certain kinds of groups that are serving no value whatsoever, or they just create a free Facebook group, add anybody that they want, and they're not really giving any value, and people begin to spam and just ruin the group completely, right? You're not controlling it, and that's not serving any value to anyone whatsoever. So if that's the case, yes, ditch it, get rid of it, and start over again, because you want to make sure if you're in that space, if you're the person that has that Facebook group where it's out of control, people are spamming all over the place, you know, you're not giving value, and it's just running amok like crazy. You want to make sure that you start over and create a Facebook group from scratch. And when you do that, make sure you have a purpose for that Facebook group. Because the purpose of a Facebook group is it's kind of like list building, right? Because you can generate leads and bring those leads into your Facebook group.
Yes.
And then now, you know, they see you now, and it's not just words, right? The relationship is going to a new level here, okay? And when you can do that, you know, you're adding value to the marketplace. You're adding value to those people in that Facebook group. It makes a really, really big difference when you're actually communicating that way.
Oh, you want me to speak?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I want some insight from you too.
Okay. Well, when it comes to Facebook, I have a different view about Facebook groups because they can be used to build your list, but they also should not be abused. Does everybody agree with that? Like, they can be used to build your Facebook list. You can cultivate a lot of great relationships, meeting brand new people all the time in there, but you got to be picky choosy. You know, you got to cherry pick which Facebook groups are of value to you versus ones that are wasting your time. Okay, so let me distinguish the difference. Well, first of all, think about how many Facebook groups do you have right now? Like, look at your current profile and then just click on the groups button inside Facebook, and you could actually see how many groups you joined over time since you opened up your Facebook account. Now, every single group that comes up at the very top, the first top 10 out of probably the first 500 that you joined, which you probably are not even active in anyway, but you have it just for the numbers. Think about which one that you've actually contributed at least 2 to 3 posts that you actually was able to contribute and help the community, help the people in the community get some insight, get some value from you, you know, really see what it is that you are an expert in. And if you notice that out of the top 10 groups that you are a part of, you haven't been active in like in the last 60, 90 days, drop it. drop the group. Why? Because all it is just looks good on the surface, but it's really wasting your time. You don't really want to be a part of that group. Maybe there's just something in the group. Maybe the admin just plain sucks. Admins can suck, okay? Because first of all, you don't even know the admin. I mean, keep the group if you know the admin, but don't keep the group if you don't know the admin, and the admin doesn't demonstrate any type of leadership or management skills whatsoever. Because what happens is when they actually have a Facebook group, these admins, what they tend to do is they'll build these large mass followings, okay? They run ads to these groups, and then all of a sudden it's just dead air.
Yeah.
Dead air, no real tangible value whatsoever. The content is boring and vanilla. They allow people who are like spammers to come into the group, and this is what really turns you off. Let me give you an example. There's a wonderful group that I'm a part of. Okay, I've been a part of this group for a long time. It's called Marketing Solved, and it's with a woman named Kat Sullivan. And if she's watching, this is my mentor. I love you. Kat Sullivan is an expert in social media marketing, and she's built a business empire for years. Okay. She's a 7-figure earner, probably 8-figure earner now since I've last talked to her. Okay. And the thing is, she built an awesome Facebook group. However, this group was revolved around creating the interest around building a business online, whether you were involved with network marketing or affiliate marketing or digital marketing. What has happened is the group over time took a life of its own, and she manages it. Her husband manages it. She posts lots of value in there. She's always sharing tips in there. She's always doing things that really help marketers learn something.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a great thing to do. Now, what we're starting to see with AI is there's a lot of people in the group who are members using AI to put content in the group, and it's not of value. It's very spammy, catchy, phrasey, very cheesy stuff, right? And you know what this will do if this is not under control?
Mm-hmm.
What will happen with the group? It will start to diminish. You will not start to attract the right types of people in a group. And if it gets out of hand, the only people that are going to be actually taking over are the people that are the foreigners who are actually doing all the spamming and all that stuff. So you have to be really careful. You could build a great group, but if you don't take control of your group as the admin and you let other people in the community do it, it's going to run amok.
And not only that, but I want you to think about this too. I was taught this a long time ago.
I'm still staying, Kat, still staying in the group. But there are times where I kind of get a little testy, like, oh, who are they doing this? And I don't know if I want to stay. But I really love the group because you know what? I don't care about those people. I care about what you're posting in the community.
Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm. And that's what I want to talk about was like, when you create your own group, you're in a lot more control, right? Like we generate leads to our Facebook group.
Yes.
And these are great high quality leads.
Yes.
And this is a great strategy that you can use for your business. Now, the thing about it is, truth be told, I mean, I was taught a different way many, many years ago about going to multiple groups and generating leads that way. Now, in the very beginning, 2008, when this is all just getting going, I will tell you that, I did generate a lot of leads from multiple groups all over the place. But over the years, it's gotten saturated, very spammy, no quality anymore.
Agreed.
Really low. So what you want to do is you want to make sure that if you're following someone, learn how someone is growing the group that actually has a lot of value.
Yes.
And learn from that, right? You can learn from us, right? In our Facebook group.
And keep it within the niche. Yeah.
You can learn from us on what we've done in our Facebook group. Okay. Because we've cultivated a very tons of relationships in our Facebook group by giving value, by giving information that helps solve a problem, and you always have to lead with that, and that's really the key. It's just unfortunate whenever the market gets saturated the way it is as far as with Facebook groups. There's going to be very few that have value, and you know what? That's just a marketplace. It's just the way it works. As the marketplace grows, as the marketplace expands, the very few are the ones that are always going to stick out in the marketplace and make the most money, within the niches that they're choosing. And not to say there's not any really good groups out there, and they are, but there are some that just need to be ditched. They need to be ditched. They need to go bye-bye. Okay. And that's really the truth when it comes to, finding out if you should ditch your Facebook group or not, or ditch the Facebook group in general that maybe you're a part of, because you might think that that's going to help you with your marketing. But what will help you with your marketing more, if you're the one that creates your own Facebook group, you get to choose who you want to add. You get to control the shots. You get to make the rules.
You do.
Okay. And that's really, really important. And like I said, if you learn to do that and you learn to cultivate that relationship, you'll be able to like follow up on another level of
Mm-hmm.
communication
Mm-hmm.
where people will feel like, wow, this is not just text. This is more about someone talking to me. I feel like this person's talking directly to me because
Yes.
I'm having this problem, and now I'm getting this information, and it's helping me solve that problem. Get it?
Yes. And speaking of solving that problem, like join groups that are like minded like that. Like if you see a community of members in there, they're all, going towards the same goal, the same
Yeah.
cause, then join that kind of group. But don't go out there and start joining groups that's like network marketers, 1 million members, let's go post your business in there. That bullshit doesn't work anymore. It used to, but not anymore.
It used
You
to. I
it's a
know
waste of time,
it is, but everybody's doing the same thing.
It,
So it's like you're trying to, generate these leads, and
yeah,
it's a lot more difficult now because everybody's trying to generate the lead.
it is.
You see what I'm
Yes.
saying?
Yes.
And you're competing with just too many
And the
people that are
limit,
spamming.
check this out, Rich. The limit to join as many Facebook groups, it used to be capped at like 500 groups, and they increased it to 6,000. Who the hell has that kind of time to be joining up to 6,000 groups? That's crazy.
Yeah, and I think that's why Facebook also did some rule changes
Yeah.
because it was getting out of control.
And look what they're doing
Yeah.
now. On April 22nd, they are absolutely crazy. They're going to take away the live streaming process. Like you can't live stream or use schedulers in your Facebook group anymore after April 22nd. Like the only workaround around that is RTMP. And you could actually live stream like how we're live streaming right now with StreamYard. We're using RTMP. Once April 22nd rolls around, if you do not know this information and you are a leader in the industry and you haven't figured that RTMP stuff out, do it now, because that's what's going to happen. If you have any tools that you've been selling that are like third party and it's this automatic scheduler and you scheduling your posts and you're doing like Postmaster and stuff like that, that stuff's going to get affected. And I'm telling you, it ain't going to be fun.
No, I mean, yeah, people are going to get affected. There's just no way around it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I really like having this discussion about the Facebook group because a lot of people try that strategy out
Yep.
where they could try to generate leads for free.
Yes.
Now, don't get me wrong, you can test some groups out, and let's say you got some spammers on there, but you come along and you give a nice, great, value post. That's a good way to stick out and everything. But understand, you have to make sure that you're part of a group that has a higher quality audience versus, very low, dodgy, spammy. You know what I mean? That's what you got to be careful of. Okay. But my advice to you is create your own Facebook group, build your own audience. It's like building your list, right?
Yes.
Your own audience.
Yes.
And market to that list by giving value.
Absolutely. Okay? Absolutely. So we got a question already. Now it's the time to take some questions. I mean, this is a great topic to talk about. If you're marketing on Facebook groups, ask us any question that you like about marketing on Facebook groups, maybe something that you haven't done yet or need help with, right? So let's see here. We have questions. So if you don't mind, this is from Albie. Calling leads, is that a good way to get leads in your opinion? Well, if you're calling leads, are you looking to get leads? Or you mean that they're already a lead? They gave you permission with opting into your form and giving you their phone number, and you have that data that you have permission to call them.
It depends on your strategy, and it depends on your expertise and experience when it comes to getting on the phone with people. And here's the problem with that. Even though they give you your phone number, most people don't pick up the phone anymore, right? They text more than picking up the phone. I think what I would do is, if you want to go towards that direction, I think I would hit up a text and say, hey, listen, I see you just opted into my page. You provided your phone number. For me, I like to really get to know the person. I like to give you a call, say hello, and welcome you to my list. You can do something like that. So when you call them, they're expecting that after that first text that you gave them, because the text is not as intrusive, right? It's a text.
I agree.
Because they might not remember. They might be like, oh, who's this? I'm like, yeah, you just opted into my page, and I just want to give you a heads up. I want to give you, be giving you a call,
right?
So I can walk you through your next steps and congratulate you, joining my list. That's a way that you can do it, and let them know that you are going to call them. Then when you call them, you could ask them more about them, get to know them. That's another whole strategy, right? On closing sales and things like that. So
he says that, yes, I do text and call. I call to see if the number is any good or not. haha.
Well, because some people actually won't put the
Yeah.
real number, right?
Sometimes they answer,
Um,
right? Yeah. Albie said
and
sometimes they answer.
and sometimes they will give you the real number, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I would give them a text up, and it's important to always put a smiley face with the text because
Yeah.
words don't have emotions.
Start using
You know what I
that.
mean?
You're right. Start
Yeah.
using the digital technology to your advantage. Use the SMS. You can text them. If they give you permission to text them, then go ahead and text them. Me personally, I don't call anybody unless they bought something from me. It's a
Yep.
better conversation to have. I don't have to, use any fancy scripts with them or anything because once a buyer buys from me, I have a fun conversation with them.
Oh
Like
yeah.
every single time it goes smooth.
and the reality is,
Yeah.
we've taught the buyers who spend $1,
Yep.
$7,
Yes.
$25.
Yes.
The conversation is still the same.
It's a different mindset, Albie. Like, we all understand where this is coming from, and I'm going to go on this a little bit.
Yeah.
It's the network marketing experience from back in the day, right? They told us to call people, right? But then as the industry started to evolve and change, and then affiliate marketing came out, people said, I don't need to do that kind of thing anymore, right? Because they relied on tech to do it for them. Okay. And you utilize text messaging, you utilize email, you utilize social media content marketing, and all this new stuff started to come out. So it's like you never really have to call, except when you become an affiliate, you learn strategies that you don't ever have to call or prospect anybody. And you do things where you talk to an actual person who's whipped out their credit card and bought from you. And you have a much better conversation with somebody who bought from you versus somebody you have to convince, if that makes sense.
Well, that's a great thing about when we talk about Magnetic sponsoring that book that explains to be the hunter, not the hunter.
Yes.
We don't have to go out there and hunt people.
Mm-mm.
People hunt us, right?
Yes.
Because of the value that we give. More importantly, our success stories. Also, other people's success stories that we helped. Some great accomplishments out there.
Yeah.
Great testimonials. We have that going for us, and that makes a really big difference.
Yes.
And it all starts with, starting out. Of course, yourself getting results, which you do have, Albie, and then, creating a result for someone else. You start with that one person, the next person, the next person. And you know what? I'm going to say this. People feel like, oh, well, they got to pay me to so I can help them. And the reality, in the beginning, no, they don't. Because you have no credibility. You know what I mean? And people want to know, like, how do you build up that credibility?
Amen to that.
And this goes along with what we're talking about here.
Yes, absolutely.
Is that when you build up the credibility by getting results yourself, then helping someone get results as well, that begins your story, because your story as a leader will say, hey, I helped, John Doe or Jane Doe on how to do X, Y, Z.
Mm-hmm.
And all of a sudden, they leave you a testimonial. And that's how your story begins.
Yes.
Now, what I'm sharing with you guys is very, very powerful, okay? Because when, in the beginning, I had a story in 2008. When me and Ace met in 2010, Ace and Rich as a couple didn't have a story.
Yeah.
Our story came from when we met in 2010. Our story did not come till 2016. That's when our story really, really shot up. Okay. Sometimes it takes time, guys. Okay. But if I can help you, shortcut things that you don't have to do what we did and took a long time, you can start your story today.
Yeah.
So if you know something and you have a little bit expertise, okay, don't feel like, oh, well, I'm not a marketer. I mean, I'm just learning. No, you are a marketer.
You are.
Because, people get this feeling of like, imposter syndrome, right? We talk
imposter syndrome.
right?
Yeah.
About like, oh, well, I feel like an imposter. I feel like I'm not this person that I'm saying that I am. But the reality is, you need to start doing it now.
Yes.
Right? You know something that I'm sure nobody else knows.
Mm-hmm.
And even if you know a little bit, it's still knowing something. And you got to put yourself out there and teach that something. Okay.
Yes.
And then take someone underneath your belt and say, let me help you. And create that first story for that first person.
Yes.
That you help. That's huge.
And you could share it in your Facebook group.
You know how huge, you know how huge that is?
Absolutely.
And then all of a sudden you might be thinking, well, what can I do? Well, if they're brand new and you have experience for free, say, look, don't say, hey, I'm going to do this for free. You do it for free, okay? Because you're trying to build your credibility. You're trying to build up your story. You're trying to build, trust in the marketplace.
Right.
And this is the way that you do it. So you take that one person and say, okay, I'm going to help you generate leads. I'm going to help you set up a funnel. I'm going to help you do this. I'm going to help you do that. And funny thing is, we never stop doing that, even when we already have a story, right? Because we're always developing new relationships.
Uh-huh.
And then we always get new coaching clients for that reason, because we're always helping people in the very beginning,
Right.
regardless if we get paid or not. And then we get people in our coaching program that pay us. Think about that.
Yep.
Right.
Next question is coming in from Daigo from Tokyo. Says, lost in a sea of acronyms, Asa Rich, what are funnels and lead magnets? Everyone keeps talking about. How do I even use them in my Facebook groups? Very good question, Daigo. And thank you for actually opting in from Tokyo.
Tokyo,
Okay.
man. Ooh, that's far away, huh?
It is. It is. So
I love it.
I'll have Rich answer your question, okay? Funnels and lead magnets. What he's confused with all these acronyms and terminology. Oh, I still have to do my word of the day Wednesday. Well, I have that probably already covered in the Internet Marketing Pros. We already did that one already, so you can check that out. But we'll give you the short end of it. So, when it comes to funnels and lead magnets, these are things that are content pieces. They're like digital marketing assets, right?
Yeah, I mean, you people look at funnels like, the new website, right?
Yeah.
The website, as far as people know it, was like a blog, WordPress, things like that.
Yes.
But, people started creating squeeze pages back in the day. And that's what they called it, squeeze pages. And all it was one single page that has a little bit of writing, and then you just add, an email to it, right?
What a name.
And I'll give you an example too, so
Yeah.
you understand.
I used to think a squeeze page was like, what? Why, if I go to the page, what, they're going to squeeze something out of me? I don't understand. What do they mean by squeeze page? It's just the weirdest name that they had back in the day.
I know, that's weird.
And they went from squeeze pages to capture pages to landing pages. So it's like, okay, you're still going to get my email no matter what. Hang on, Daigo. We're gonna get something for you so you can visually see, because this is the show. This is what we do, right? All right. And you guys getting value from this? Smash that likes button. Give us some hearts. You're watching us live on Facebook. You're getting great value from what we're sharing here tonight.
All right. So I'm going to be going in share screen.
That's a good one. Yeah, let's show that.
So let's I am going to, can you guys see that yet?
No, they don't see it yet. Because you're streaming here, not there. It's still not showing.
It should be showing.
Did you add it?
Yeah, it should be showing.
It's not showing.
That's strange. Hold on 1 second, guys.
Rich is the tech guy.
Hold on. I got multiple computers. Oh, I was
right.
on studio. That's what it was.
Oh, well, duh.
I got multiple studios.
Oh my gosh.
Isn't that funny?
There we go. I see it now. It's popping up. Okay. Little delay there.
All right, let's go here.
Okay. So let's get that in there.
Presents.
Got it?
Yep. Right now.
Okay. So Daigo, look at this. And everyone also look at this. Okay. All
Okay.
right.
So basically, hold on, let me just maximize it. Here we go. Okay.
So Daigo asked about funnels and lead magnets. So Rich is going to talk about this.
So back in the day, it started off with, a squeeze page, right? Where people could just put their email in, right here. So see right here, this is where people put their email in, and they press the button, and then they started adding other pages. All it is multiple pages combined together, one action after the other. So the first action is, you have your capture page, right? And then after this, you have, a bridge page. Some people use just a sales page right afterwards. But a bridge page is to bridge the gap, so you can show yourself to start building that relationship with the lead when they first start coming in. So if somebody opts in and they see you after watching a video, it makes sense because there is more of a connection there. So if they opt in and they saw you on video, guess what happens? If they opt in and they saw you on video and they don't see you after that opt-in, there's going to be a disconnect and not going to be comfortable. right? It's going to be harder to build trust. So as you can see, if I opt in and it shows like a video, I started building that relationship from the get-go. Then there's a button on that second page. That page goes to the actual sales page. So if you're in an affiliate program or you're selling an affiliate product, you'll be able to actually start the process through those two first pages. So you have the opt-in, which is what you see right here. You have the next page, which is a bridge page. And then you have the third page, which is the final, which is the sales page. Well, the true final is at the checkout page, right? So you have your opt-in, you have your bridge, you have your sales page, and then you have your checkout page where people put their credit card and start to make the purchase. This is how the funnel is created. But if you are an affiliate, you don't have to worry about creating the sales page or the checkout page. That's done for you. The only thing that you have to worry about is creating that capture page that's congruent to the offer that you are promoting. So I'll give an example. This capture page here, I get leads all the time, right? So it says free video, discover how to create a profitable business online from scratch without the hype and confusion. Pretty simple, right? So when people opt in, they're going to go to the offer of what I am promoting, okay? Because what we promote, it simplifies the marketing for people to be held by the hand and get things done step by step, right? So the copy goes along with what I'm promoting. If you write something that doesn't really go along with what you're promoting, what's going to happen to that funnel? It's not going to convert. Okay, very, very important. And there's other advanced strategies that you can do that we could talk about in the future, but not to overwhelm you. Just keep it very simple. All right. Like I said, back in the day, the squeeze page. That's what it was all about. Okay. So what's the other question? There's another question there too.
And the second part of the question is, how does he use these things in his Facebook group?
Okay, so when it comes to the funnel, now that you understand the funnel that I was talking about, you want to make sure that you create a funnel that speaks to that market specifically that you have in your Facebook group. Again, I don't know what niche you promote, so I can't really tell you. But what I can tell you, let's say it's weight loss, okay? Everybody's into the weight loss niche too. So if let's say you have a Facebook group about weight loss, make sure that capture page, that squeeze page, has the writing that's related to the weight loss niche. Okay. In other words, free video. Discover how to lose weight in 30 days or less without feeling overwhelmed. Right? No, I don't, I'm not in the weight loss niche, but I understand marketing so I can write copy around that for my capture page.
Exactly. Yes.
Okay. But it's really important to keep it congruent to whatever you're promoting and whatever your Facebook group is about.
Right, exactly. And the other thing I want to give as a bonus coaching advice to you, Daigo, is you want to know how to use these things in your group. I would use the area of your Facebook group where you ask people questions before they join the group. So that way you could screen them first. And you could use this as a strategy. And this is one of my strategies. This is how I build my list organically from my Facebook group. And all of my members know this. My students, they learn from me in our inner circle. I show them what I do. Rich shows what he does in his business. And it could be like the second question or the last question, because you only can be allowed to do 3 questions. But Daigo, you could put in your third question, like, hey, I have this awesome free ebook, and let's say it was about weight loss, because I don't know what your niche is, but let's say it's weight loss, and you have like 30, shake recipes, because you're selling some kind of product and you want to share the shake recipes. And if they're interested, let them give you their email address, right? And what you can do is you can manually type in the email address after they've given it to you to your autoresponder, and then be able to give them the book at the same time, which is awesome. Which is awesome. So these are like little things that you can learn along the way. All right. Just keep hanging around following Ace and Rich. Those little golden nuggets just kind of just spew out. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, golden bars, right? That was like, wait, what? You can use your Facebook group like that? Yeah.
Broke into Fort Knox, gave a couple bars.
There we go. Okay. So that was Daigo's question from Tokyo. Next question is from Elena from Rome. Okay. Elena says, we are. Asa Rich, I'm scared to be seen as pushy like how salespeople are. How can I provide value in my Facebook group and still promote offers with affiliate marketing without spamming people?
Okay, this is more of a psychological question.
Yeah. And again, what we talked about being like imposter syndrome.
Yeah, I mean, people always ask like, well, how do you make money if you're giving all this value? Um, you have to learn to ask for the sale. And if you're afraid, so you have a fear of accepting money. That's what it sounds like to me.
Ooh.
Um,
Mm.
Because you're worried about what people think about you.
Mm-hmm.
And the reality is, there's going to be people that you serve regardless.
Yes.
They're never going to pay for anything, and there's going to be people that you actually serve that will pay, right? So as long as that you keep giving value, keep doing the right thing, your intentions are always in the right place to serve someone, and don't be afraid to ask for the sale. Okay, don't be afraid to ask for the sale. A lot of people get into this business of affiliate marketing or any business online for that matter, and then when it comes to making money, they push the money away because they're afraid to accept the money, right? And some of you guys will probably be like, what? Nah, that's not true. You would be surprised when push came to shove and they knew that they can make a sale, people back off. They get afraid. They're afraid to ask for the money. It's just, most people have that about them. It's not their fault. It's just their upbringing, relationship with money, what they've heard in the past. It's all psychological. Okay. So when someone says that they can't, like they're afraid to feel like they're being spammy, when you ask for a sale, you're not being spammy. You're a business owner. A business owner thinks about profit, right? But in this space, we give value before we ask for the sale.
Here, here.
Okay, we don't just go in there and go,
No.
hey, welcome to my group, buy my stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, it doesn't work that way.
No.
It's more
No.
like we're going to serve you
Mm-hmm.
so much value that when we ask for the sale, some people will buy and some people won't. That is totally normal.
Yeah.
And it's totally okay to do.
Yeah. We're just
Okay?
keeping it real.
Yeah.
It's true. Yeah.
So don't be afraid.
Mm-hmm.
Don't think that you're spamming anybody, because you're not. It's your group. You're the one that's working. You're the one
Yes.
that invested time, energy, money into your business, into your knowledge, your wisdom,
Right.
right? Your value that you give.
Mm-hmm.
So you have the right to ask for the sale, and it's not spammy.
Okay. So here's some Facebook coaching for you. Okay. And when am I coming out with a course? When am I coming out with a course?
No, we should.
Another course, right?
Well, we have been toying about this.
Yeah.
Believe it or not. We
Yeah.
can get into that. We've been toying about creating a Facebook course about the audience building, and
Mhm.
also what kind of stuff should I post, and
Yes.
and what phases and things like that, because there's different phases. Phase 1, phase 2, phase 3.
Right.
So yeah, we've been toying around with that. So.
Okay. So the part to your question that really concerns me is when you said, how can I provide value and, avoid, spamming people? So here's the thing. If you created a Facebook group, Elena, don't use those members to direct message them and send them pitches. One of the things that those members are not going to like is you're using your group as a way to get permission to go into their inbox. And I'm going to tell you, that's not the right way to go about it. If they give you permission, here's a great way to do it. In your questionnaire, like in your Facebook group, a part of your questions, just like I told the guy from Tokyo, what you do is you put in the question, are you open to a 15-minute consult with me for whatever it is that you want to communicate about a business, an opportunity, right? Or maybe just, free coaching. And the thing is, if they say, yes, I'm open to it, great. That means they gave you permission that you can DM them. If they say no, but you could check back with me in a few weeks, get a list together in your Excel spreadsheet or your Google spreadsheets and write down the name, the email address, the time that they gave you that permission, and then 2 weeks from now, you need to follow up with them. Mm-hmm. Did you see what I just said? That's what you do. Okay. Now, if you prolong and you miss your window of opportunity for following up, as soon as you see that, immediately send the message right away. Because sometimes life happens, I know, and things like that. We don't keep track of every single thing. But the moment that they told you, yes, follow up with me, that means that opportunity could be on the table, and you don't want to leave that stone unturned. You want to be able to go back, follow up with that member of your group,
yes,
and be able to follow up with them and get that opportunity to talk with them. But what happens is admins, this is an abuse. They use their Facebook groups They DM every single member in the group their business opportunity. And that is too much. It's like desperation to them.
Yeah.
And you know what? They're just going to bounce. Right? Am I right what I'm saying?
Oh no, you're
Okay.
spot on.
So if you know that feeling that you felt like, why am I, I don't want to spam them, then don't do what I told you not to do.
Well, not only that, but
Yeah.
again, it goes back to being psychological. Like,
Mm-hmm.
Also if you're afraid to spam them, you're afraid to lose them.
Right.
And you can't be afraid to let people go.
Yes.
And I learned this a long
Absolutely.
time ago. If you don't learn to let people go, you won't grow.
That's right.
Because when you take control, and it's very liberating, actually, because I used to struggle with this a long time ago. When people used to leave, I used to get upset. And
I did too.
My mentor told me, he's like, Rich, if you don't know how to let them go, you'll never grow, as an entrepreneur.
Yep, you taught me that.
And
yeah.
it's so weird. Like, as soon as I let people go, more people were coming.
Now I'm just waiting for you to just mess up so I can just be like, go on.
Bye.
Gotta let you go. Bye bye. Don't let the door hit you.
Because it's your business. You
It's
have a
yours.
choice who you want to work with.
Mm-hmm.
So
next question coming in, guys. Thank you for these great questions. Just let them keep on coming in. How much time do we have?
Excellent question.
David from New York City. All right, David says juggling multiple Facebook groups is a time suck. Rich, any tips to manage them efficiently and maximize their effectiveness?
I mean, anything that you do could be a time suck, right? Because it's easy to
listen up, David,
to get on Facebook or any other social media platform for that matter.
Yeah.
And it's so easy to get distracted. Oh my God, is it so easy to get distracted? And one thing I taught you, I remember this, you have to schedule your distractions. You have to purposely brain dump, because what happens is, we want to research, right? We're human beings. We're so curious about things, right?
Yeah.
So, when you go on Facebook, here's the thing that happens. You have the feed, the main feed, right? And what happens? Let's go on Facebook and I'll show you what I mean. Okay. It's the best way to really train you guys. So,
woo! Is this fire? Let me see the fire emojis. Come on, bring them out. Let's bring out those fire emojis. And I think of fire emojis. I think of Mario Brothers.
All right, let me get on the share over here. And
guys are gonna be marketers after this, man.
Yeah, some marketers. All right, so you look at this Facebook, right? What's the first thing that you see? You see the reels on the top over here, okay? That's distraction number one. Once you start going down this rabbit hole, forget about it. You're done. All right?
Yeah.
Then over here, you scroll down. This is the main feed. So you got Grant Cardone. You get this guy will distract you, right? Once you're an affiliate marketer, this guy ain't going to help you. All right? You go down here. What happened? What happened here? Everybody gets so curious about everybody else's world, but they don't focus on their own world, on what they can do in their own world right here. Your wall, right? Your profile. What are you doing to serve the marketplace? You should be thinking about this. And what happens is we get distracted, and then before you know it, time goes by, and you ask yourself at the end of the day, like, oh my God, what did I do? What did I do? What was the thing that I did? If you focus on what you need to do, okay, schedule it, get it done, and just do it. And then once you're done with your task, then I want you to go in the feed, and I want you to watch the videos to your heart's content. Watch other posts to your heart's content, because you have to get it out of your system. If you don't, here's what's going to happen if you don't schedule your distractions. You will be distracted. Oh, and did I tell you? Oh, here comes the messenger. Here comes personal messages all over the place. And that's going to distract you too. Facebook was designed for one reason and one reason only. Okay, when Mark Zuckerberg actually stole Facebook, it was designed to distract you, to get your attention.
Yes, it was.
You have no idea the technology that went in to purposely get in your attention.
And they're listening to your conversations.
Okay? So
yeah,
I want you to think about that. So if they put, millions of dollars into figuring out how they can get your attention, you have to really work at not letting it happen. And then when you're ready to schedule those distractions, then you'll have a lot more control.
Yeah, you got to be strong, man.
Yeah.
You got to be like marketers, like literally put on the shield of armor
Yeah.
and be
That's a good point.
strong.
Yeah.
Because what happens is, and you may notice this, you could be having a conversation with your sister or your friend at work, and all of a sudden you're scrolling through your phone and you just literally was just having a conversation, and all of a sudden an ad pops up that was exactly about the conversational topic that you were just
Yep.
talking about. It's scary now.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm just letting y'all know we are being watched. We are being listened to. Okay. And they will shoot you with ads. They will shoot you with related videos. They'll try to, if you're thinking about, buying lingerie for your girlfriend, and all of a sudden the Victoria's Secret ad come up. It's like, how the hell did that come up? All of a sudden showing you some panties and
They
bras.
heard you.
And it's already not too far from
Yeah.
her birthday because you had a conversation about it, and all of a sudden it comes up.
And that's that's going to distract you because
distract
you were
you.
thinking about it.
Exactly.
Right. So just make sure that as a business owner, when it comes to doing any business online,
Yeah.
and you're using Facebook for that reason, make sure, and this will serve you, schedule your distractions and brain dump.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
It'll help you. I had to teach her that. And once she did it, she learned to focus.
Yes. Now, I will tell you guys this. If you're a seasoned marketer like we are, you've been in the game for a long time, and you have over, I would say, round about 60 Facebook groups, I want you to do an inventory check and look at the Facebook groups you are a part of. So this is just for affiliate marketers who are pros. If you've been a part of solo ad Facebook groups for a while now, and you still have those Facebook groups around, if you're buying from those solo ad vendors and you have great relationships with those solo ad vendors and the community itself, then keep them around. If you're no longer buying from those solo ad vendors and they're just like hanging around, let them go. Why am I saying this? Because you are being targeted. There are a lot of solo ad vendors right now from those very old groups that are sending you messages right now. Listen to me. They're sending Facebook messages to you right now and pitching to you that their traffic is the best. Okay. When they were like old as dirt long time ago, and their traffic is not. So you got to understand something. Get some fresh new blood, fresh new stuff. Keep some fresh new groups that are active. And you know how you know they're active? Facebook now allows you to see how often these groups are posting in real time. So you could actually see when was the last time they posted and how many posts they did within that time frame. If you don't see that in the history of the time frame, and it's been like last year and that group is still not active, get the hell out of that group and leave it. I'm telling you, just let that stuff go, because that's what they're doing.
We had somebody contact us today. Not today, yesterday. When was that first conversation started?
So it was a couple days ago.
A couple days ago, Solar vendor was asking us like, "Hey, you want to buy my traffic?" And we drilled him. He had no idea who he was talking to.
Like,
so we drilled him. One of the questions we asked him was like, because he was like, "Well, my traffic is the best," and blah 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 blah. I said, "Where did I hear that before?" Right? We hear it all the time.
Yeah.
So my question to you was, where's your traffic from? Where do you source your traffic from? And the guy literally couldn't answer the question.
Yes.
Right. I want to know where he generates the leads from. He says, well, we have tried and tested, sources that we've used for years, for so many years, that have gotten better results than the competition. And I'm like, you still didn't answer my question. Where does your leads come from? Now, when someone can't answer a direct question, right, having the experience to close deals, I'm like, you don't want to tell me. And the reason why you don't want to tell me, because I already know.
Scared.
You got it from like other solo ad vendors.
And you don't want to reveal that.
Recycle traffic.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you answer the question says, well, I do run some ads on Bing. I run some ads on Google. And that's, part of my traffic. That's what goes into my list. And I'm like, okay, well, now you got my attention.
Exactly. And with all due respect, the integrity with him being that honest, or her, solo ad vendors,
but when you kind of
you get my attention and I might buy from you.
Right. When you skate around and you don't answer my question, you're not somebody I want to do business with.
No.
Plain and simple.
No.
So
now, one question coming in from Maria. Maria says from Mexico. Maria says, posting regularly ace but no sales in my Facebook group. Is my approach wrong? How can I turn all these leads into paying customers? Well, first of all, let me tell you something, Maria. The people in your Facebook group are not leads yet. I say yet. Why do I say that? Because here's the distinguishment. First of all, it's just a public or closed Facebook group. They're potentials, but they're not leads.
Prospects.
An actual lead is somebody who actually has given the permission for you to have access to their data, their information, their name, their phone number, their email address. Okay. That's a lead. And they went to your website to ask for something in return. Hence what the other guy said, right? What is a lead magnet? Hello, we just talked about it just now. They want something in return, a free ebook, a free PDF report, whatever, right? Access to a workshop, a video series, whatever it is. Okay, that's going to give them access to that information. In exchange, lead magnet, right? You give them your email address. So the thing is, if you are so focused on turning your group into actual paying customers and you're worried about, your type of approach, without me even doing an audit of your Facebook group, because I do that for my clients, I'll look at your Facebook group, I'll look at your posts, I'll look at everything, okay, from the top to the bottom. And if I notice some tell signs showing that you are just spamming your group yourself and you're not really putting any real value in there, that's the reason why your group is failing. Okay, so I'll give you a couple tips to fix your group up. Okay, first of all, are you moderating the group? Okay, or are you just letting people just come in for free? Moderation is required because you set up 3 simple questions that you want to ask. You make sure that absolutely pre-qualifies that person first before you bring their butts into the group.
And that really could go back to the previous question.
Yeah.
About not making the group not being profitable.
Yes.
When she was afraid to ask for the sale.
While I do that, could you pull up our Facebook group? I want to show them those 3 questions so they can see what I'm doing.
But let me touch on this because this is really important.
Okay.
What you just threw me off.
No, go ahead.
So what you were saying just a little while ago.
Yes.
About the questionnaire.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
The
questionnaire is designed for a specific reason.
Yes.
And that questionnaire is to qualify the people.
Yes.
Before they go into the group.
Absolutely.
And you could ask them anything you want.
Anything.
That's the great thing about it.
Yes.
You could choose who you want to allow to be in your Facebook group. Now,
yes.
Go into the share.
Absolutely. Somebody put up the fire up there. Yes. Okay. So Maria, back to your question. Okay. While Rich is going to pull up our own Facebook group, the Internet Marketing Pros, we don't mind showing you and teaching you marketing here. We're going to show you exactly what we're doing so that way you don't see that we're just talking off the top of our heads. We actually practice what we freaking preach.
So where do you want me to go?
So you're going to go to where it says questions, okay? Membership questions. Go over there to where it says membership questions. There you go. And click on that. Now, this is the only view you can see. It's an admin view. Rich, you could zoom in on this.
Yeah,
there are 3 qualifying questions that I post in here. Now, this has actually been worked on over and over, and I've actually tweaked it so many times to get it dialed in so that way I have the best results. Okay. So my first question is basically trying to find out, how did they hear about the group? Maria, do you see what I'm doing? You absolutely have to ask this question because this is great free data to learn from your audience so that you could learn where it is that you need to put your attention at. If you are posting about your Facebook group and just YouTube, then put that there as one of the actual multiple choice questions. If you're posting on your Facebook profile, then put that there. If you're doing email, put that there. If a friend invited them, put that there too. And then the one that actually has the most rated results, then that's going to tell you where you spend most of your time. So let's say, for example, right, Rich, if somebody's doing YouTube marketing and they're saying, I'm learning about your group from your videos on YouTube, then guess what? What does that mean? You need to spend more time, keep creating video content on YouTube, right?
Yep.
Or vice versa. If you're doing it on Facebook, then keep doing it on Facebook. See? This is why you're seeing more of Ace and Rich, because people are seeing a lot that they're coming from Facebook. See?
Yeah, I mean, we see people, check off on YouTube.
Yes.
A lot from Facebook, really.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, this is really, really smart.
Right.
Not only that, but you also have a strategy on how to generate leads.
Mm-hmm.
So, which is really
and I use emojis in my answers. So, you know why? Because I'm up with the times. That's why. Godly, I don't want to just make it 100% text. So I format it. Now, the second question is all about, like what I told the guy from Tokyo. You want to make sure that you ask this question. Okay. This is how you're going to be able to get an opportunity to get permission to communicate. So Albie, if you're still here, let me know. Watch what I'm doing here. I'm saying I'm excited that you want to join this group. However, I have an optional choice for you. Would you like to meet with me on a Zoom call? Okay. So that way I will have a breakthrough strategy session with you. Now that strategy session is supposed to be 15 minutes. Now notice the 2 choices. I'll say, yes, I'd love to meet with you and I want to learn more information and maybe you can help me with my existing business. And notice that it's in parentheses. Well, guess what? You're going to get an email about this appointment. And then the second one says, no, thanks, not right now. But you know what? I'm still getting settled into your group, which means that we understand. So feel free to reach out when you are ready. Oh, hello. And fire. Okay, fire emoji there. And then the third question is all about your lead magnet, Maria. See where I put the lead magnet there? It's when I'm giving away something in return for their email address. Now, what am I going to do when they opt in? Guess what? They're giving me permission to give them a free audio library for mindset and personal growth, which I have. It's called the Growth Mindset Audio Library. And I'm giving them this in return. All they got to do is give me their email address. And guess what? They're now going to start getting my follow-up series, my follow-up email series in my autoresponder. And I just added a new lead to my list.
Ow. And you know what? These are targeted.
Hello.
High, I mean, really highly qualified
social media leads. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
So, Maria, I hope this was very eye-opening and mind-blowing for you, like mind-blowing. Okay, there's a mind-blowing emoji somewhere. And that literally just gave you so much ideas. Now, like, you go back to your group and you go fine-tune everything you need to based on what I showed you.
I'll do it.
Yes. You might want to add a sound effect on that one.
I did.
Yes.
I got the nuclear bomb going off.
Oh, I love these questions. See, stay on topic. Topic means important. If you can ask us questions about the topic, we will fire all the time.
Absolutely.
All right. Anybody else?
Any other questions? I mean, wow, the top of the hour is already here.
I know.
We had a lot of fun. That was fast.
Yes. Any other questions?
We'll take one more, guys. One more.
Okay, here's Omar. Omar is from Egypt. Awesome. Hello, Omar. I'm out of content ideas for my Facebook group. Oh my gosh. What kind of engaging posts do you guys recommend I create to promote products and connect with my audience? This is a very good question.
Very good question.
Okay. I'm going to recommend you actually stick with my 90-day content marketing challenge here. And the reason why I'm saying this is not because I'm trying to sell my own stuff, okay? But the thing is, in that training, I put so much time into mapping out a 90-day strategy session with you, like literally tell you every single day what to post. And these posts get attention.
Yep.
These posts get high engagement. Ask anybody that's done the 90-day content marketing challenge. They will tell you they've done it. Okay. And I'm really proud to say this. So what I'm saying to you is I can take a page from the 90-day content marketing challenge and I can tell you in a nutshell, you want to post lifestyle posts. You want to post inspirational content. You want to post viral content, okay? And I'm not talking about babies and cats and dogs and monkeys. I'm talking about literally viral content that is educational. Stuff that actually people can actually say, ooh, I'm going to share this, right? It's share-worthy kind of content, all right? Yeah. That's viral content because they're going to share it with their friends and their following and their audience and then bring more people to your Facebook group. Hello? And then you have edutainment. This is original, authentic content like what Rich and I are displaying right now. Like we're going live once a week and answering people's questions. That's edutainment, right? Being yourself, answering questions from your community, from your following. You can do that kind of thing. You could teach something. You could teach something.
I don't know if you guys noticed, but this past week we've been going live quite a bit, creating content.
Yes.
It's not an hour long like, the Ace and Rich Live, of course. But, we're giving them more value, more information out there.
Yes.
So you guys check us out daily, pretty much every day.
Yes, absolutely. I said monkeys. Somebody said turkeys.
Turkeys.
Bob Beckett says, fastest way to grow your group.
Yeah, we'll take that one for the night.
The fastest way to grow your group. The fastest way to grow your group. There is no fastest way to grow your group.
Well, I mean, there's different strategies you could apply.
Everything requires consistency. Yeah. I will tell you.
Let's say that you want to grow your group pretty fast, right? The
fastest way Rich knows.
The fastest way you could really, test out some funnels, run some cold traffic, instead of going to your list and see if they can go to the, to your Facebook group, right? By actually having a thank you page that has the button that links to your Facebook group. Mm-hmm. So if somebody opts in, right, your capture page is getting, 50, 60% opt-in rate plus.
Yeah.
You're getting a pretty good amount of leads, right? But once they come in, instead of going to the offer or a bridge page, you could actually send them right to the Facebook group.
It's a great strategy.
Right? It's just testing different things out. See, what works.
Like Bob, look at the responsiveness of your list and test it with your existing audience on your list.
I would start off with just 100 clicks to do this,
mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
and
Good
and
point.
and make sure, in order for it to work, okay, you probably want to, again, capture page for the first part.
Mm-hmm.
The next page will be driving them to the Facebook group immediately, okay? But here's how it can work better. You want to be able to make sure on that next page that you want to give a free gift away, but they can only get it if it's
I was
in
going
the
to say that.
Facebook group.
Give them something.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. A gift.
Like you know what? As a matter of fact, now I get my brain spinning. Send them a free training.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Make sure you indicate that on the next page when they opt in. You do some testing like that and see how that works. Because think about it. If you start to see them go in your Facebook group and they have to go through the questionnaire, you already got the lead. It's already in your, already in your,
right.
in your list.
Right.
But the important thing is to make sure that you entice them.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you just give a thank you page saying, hey, let's just go to my, Facebook group, and you're not giving them a reason to, it's like you'll get the lead, yeah, but they're not going to go to the Facebook group.
Right.
You got to entice them. You got to, make them feel like I got to have this. Right. That's the important thing.
So what's your favorite form of paid traffic for groups? I love the group growing ideas. Thanks.
Yeah. I mean, it could be any traffic source. It could be like solo ads. It could be building an audience on YouTube. It could be an audience building on, Instagram, so many different ways you can do this.
You have a lot of opportunity.
It's the actual, see, it doesn't matter what form it is.
Mm-hmm.
It's the actual strategy I'm trying to implant in you.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Because if it's social media, we all know you got to build the audience, right?
Yes.
And then you want to give something away of value to get them into your Facebook group.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
If it's cold traffic, I just shared a strategy with you on that. If it's social media, you could actually, let's talk about YouTube, for example. In the description, we have a link that goes to our Facebook group too. That's also how we get leads, right?
Yes.
So, and I'll give you an example. Let me show you.
And then we got one last question all the way from Scotland. We don't want to miss this one. It is the last one of the evening. Okay.
Yeah.
We're going to show you. Check this out, Bob. We're going to help you out here.
To our channel.
He's like, okay, solo ads still work. That's good because I haven't ran them in years. Well, it's changed a lot. There's a lot of new things going on.
You really segment your list.
Yes, segment your list,
really
Bob.
Segment. You got to get them to that.
That's
Facebook
what we do.
group.
We segment.
Even from your emails, you got to get them to the Facebook group. They really got to get to know you and trust you because their trust is at an all-time low. They're cold. They don't know you.
It's true. So true.
All right, let me share the screen and show you guys this. Hold on.
Okay. So his name is Bob. Bob Beckett.
Bob.
Yeah.
All right, let's see here. Where am I here?
All right, here we go.
Okay, so here's our YouTube channel, right, where we actually do our lives and things like that. If you look at a description, okay, you can see here that we have join our free community of internet marketing pros, okay, goes there. And you can see like on our other videos as well. Again, there's a link right there, see? And it's hyperlinked to HTTPS, so you can see.
Right, that's what you want to do.
So when people see it, watch the video, they'll look here, and then go right to the group. Boom, just like that. So, but notice that I still have my capture page here, right? But I still want to give them an option. Maybe they don't want to opt in. Maybe they just want to go to the free community.
Exactly.
You don't know. So we give them a couple different options, right?
Yes.
Very, very important. So
yes,
it's a little something for you.
And Rich, I love when you did the optimization of the video description on YouTube. You kept it very simple. You didn't have like a slew, a bunch of links on there because Bob, if you give people too much, they're not gonna do it. Really.
Yeah. Sometimes there's some videos like if I want to really SEO it, I'll, put some more meat.
Yes.
But for our lives, their episodes.
Yep.
Really
okay. Hopefully that helps you. Awesome. Come back again. Love that question. This is the last question of the evening, and then we're going to wrap this up. This is Ryan Riley, and he's a follower all the way from Scotland. Awesome. He always catches the replay, and he brings us his question. Hey, Ryan. He says, just wanted to say that regarding Rich's training last night on solo ads, I think Mike and Paul teach in the Home Business Academy back office that clicks and solo ads. The night before you did that?
Yeah.
Okay. That clicks and solo ads are not so good. Things like Facebook and Google ads are better, question mark.
Well, here's the thing about Google and Facebook ads. I'm going to talk about Google because I know Google very well. Google is, of course, top-notch traffic source. Why? Because it's a search engine. A search engine, when somebody is searching for something and you have an ad in front of that what somebody's searching for, that's a pretty good lead. You can't really, disregard that. I'm not going to disagree with that. I prefer, that's why I do YouTube videos. I love the leads from YouTube. We've converted a lot of high ticket sales from YouTube. I just keep it real.
High ticket.
When it came to solo ads, we did get some high tickets, but we had to really wine dine them and all this stuff and convert them and different strategies here and there.
Yeah.
Build trust. You got to really, really know what you're doing. But I don't want you to think that, one traffic, I can't use because this one's better. I think what it is we have different strategies to follow. Okay.
Amen, brother.
And if you understand the business opportunity seekers,
yes.
Mitch, there's a lot of money to be made with that, which is cold traffic, which is solo ads. So, and when it comes to solo ads, it's not just about your main offer. There's a whole nother strategy. And we taught this in our inner circle about this. And we drew a diagram on how to really structure your business so you're making multiple streams of income with cold traffic. And more importantly, you end up giving them more of what they want, not what they need. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, for instance, I'll give you an example. When it comes to Google AdWords, if I want to attract someone into my business, let's say whatever primary business I'm promoting, okay, we'll keep it generic. It's a make money online offer. I'm going to talk about something of a product that's being sold and give value on that and share what they can have at a fraction of a cost to get them started, or lead with the education that the education is provided also with marketing. Depending on what my content is about, I want to drive in straight to that. And what I'll do is I'll make the capture page congruent to what I'm talking about. So if I want, let's say I create a video and I get a lead from, let's say Google, right? YouTube, because YouTube is owned by Google. I'm going to say something in my video like, at the end when I do a call to action, I said, thank you for stopping by my video today. If you're looking for a way to create a funnel without the overwhelm and the hype, click the link below the video where you can get started and start building funnels literally in minutes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And depending on my messaging and what I talked about, right? I'm going to put that nice smooth call to action at the end.
Right.
So notice I said some certain words. When they go to that page, what did I say without overhyping confusion? See, you have to really understand your messaging, no matter where your leads come from. So if it's Google, I'm going to go towards that direction. If it's the other way, it's going to be completely different. Make sense? That's why people say, "Oh, well, solo ads doesn't work as good as Google." Now, again, search engine leads are by far the best leads you can get. But it doesn't mean that people on solo ads are not going to buy and you're not going to make money either.
Exactly.
Okay, you just have to understand the strategy. You have to get the book, "Get Rich in the Super Opportunity Business Niche," because if you
hold up, you jacked that up just now. Hold on, it's How to Get Rich in the Business Opportunity Seekers. Yeah, that's the one by TJ Rolder, and it's on Amazon. Yeah,
it's a lot to do with cold traffic.
It does.
Okay.
Yes.
There's a strategy for different types of traffic. Remember that, guys.
Yeah.
You're not going to do the same kind of solo ad stuff that you do in YouTube or Google for that matter. It's totally different. Now, let's talk about Facebook, because you did mention Facebook. Me personally, I'd rather go towards Google than Facebook as far as ads. Why? I think Facebook ads are a pain in the ass. I really do.
Yeah, they are.
I mean, not that I didn't try them before and I wasn't successful at it. It's just there was so many freaking rules. And Google has rules too, but there's things you could do on Google and, to get around that. So, you giving exactly what Google wants. However, when it comes to Facebook, it's a little bit different.
Mhm.
All right, you can create an ad, and that ad gets approved, and it's running great for a while, and you're generating leads hand over fist like I was, and then when you want to duplicate that ad, and then you want to target a different area, a different placement, right? Facebook could just completely not approve you for that ad. It happened to me.
Demolish it.
It happened to me.
Yeah.
So like when I created an ad for Facebook and it was going great for a while, and I was generating anywhere from 30 to 50 leads a day, right, from Facebook, I wanted to start spreading out and scaling. And what happened was when I started wanting to scale, I had one target that I was focusing on that was working really great. And then I went to a different target market to start testing
Yeah.
to expand that market, right?
And what happened?
They said, no, you're not approved. So they stopped the other ad too. And I'm like, well, wait a minute.
sucks.
You approved the ad. There was no problem.
Yeah.
And now you're telling me you're not going to approve the other ad? You see what I'm saying? Like, it's just a pain in the ass, right? I think it's bullshit.
Yeah.
You know, so just be careful if you are running Facebook ads, because it can be daunting, and you will get frustrated.
Yeah. Edwin says, not many buyers on Facebook, just window watchers.
Well, it depends on your copywriting. Depends on what kind of engaged posts you are creating in your ad.
Yeah.
And what strategy you're using for your Facebook ad, because there's a lot of different strategies in the Facebook ad platform itself,
Mm-hmm.
right? I've done like ad campaigns, post engagement ads at a time. So there's I did the lead ad campaigns too. Those were pretty cool for a while. But it depends on what your strategy is going to be. But no, you might go through a hurdle. Just so you know.
Yep. So be prepared for that, and don't rely on Facebook ads. I know we don't. We do everything organic. That's why we can answer questions like, stuff like this, because we know we're in the trenches with you.
Yeah, we're going to be doing some YouTube ads pretty soon. We were talking about this as well, because our YouTube is growing.
Yeah. Just because we're super affiliates doesn't mean we're not in the trenches. We're always in the trenches.
Always.
Because how can we relate to you, knowing what you're going through, the challenges and all the stuff that you're talking about right now that we can answer. We understand. We've been there, man. We know.
So, we are going to be running some YouTube ads. Those ads are going to be, about building audience. Because what we care about is not really trying to sell something in the ad.
Yeah.
What we care about is the engagement. Like how good can we create an ad that creates really good engagement in the video?
Right.
That when they come to the channel, all the links are there anyways.
Right.
So they're going to opt in. So I'm not concerned about that. So.
All right. Ready to go?
Yeah. That was good. That was a lot
That was really good. Yeah. Thank you, Ryan, for that question from Scotland. I always mess with him. Let's call him the Highlander. And he's never seen the movie The Highlander. Have you seen it yet? There can only be one. Have you seen that yet? There can only be one. Anyway, thank you so much, guys, for joining us on Ace and Rich Live today. We had awesome audience. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for the questions.
Thank you for being here, guys.
Definitely tune in again next week, same time, same bat channel.
And if you're watching us on YouTube, guys, please make sure you give us a thumbs up. It really helps us a lot with the algorithm. When you give it a thumbs up, it lets Google know that they're going to put that video out there more. And you'll see our new content as well. And also make sure you click on that bell, that notification bell, because it will notify you when new content is also being created. And if you have a question, leave a comment below this video, and we will take your question on the next Ace and Rich Live.
Absolutely. So with that being said,
my name is Rich Guzman.
And my name is Ace Guzman.
And we are Ace and Rich. And guys, this Ace and Rich Live is a wrap. Take care.
Take care. Have a great weekend. Bye now.